welcome to episode 5 of our 2 Cent podcast. Thank you for joining us. If you missed episode 4, we covered a little bit of our background, some history on some infidelity in the marriage, and just had some conversations of how it all started and how we got to this point. And today we're going to get into the nitty gritty. I'm going to put myself in the hot seat. I'm going to let my wife answer any questions she wants. She only got one written down, so good for me. But we're just going to get into some details, let her speak her piece. We're going to kind of go back and forth about some stuff in the past. Luckily, we're at a point where we can do this. We can have this conversation. So
without me getting mad.
There you go. Oh, without me getting mad. I can get mad too, you know. So, all right. Take it over. It's up to you. Go ahead.
All right. So we just want to cover basically why he cheated in the marriage.
No, we don't want to cover that. She wants to cover that.
We want to cover it because I feel that it would help coming from, especially a man's perspective, as to why it occurred, what he was thinking, how he's feeling at that time. Because they're real feelings at that time, and I feel that it would help talking all that out, as we did.
Yeah.
And it did help. Of course, at that time, it's harder to do once the offense has taken place. You're learning it for the first time, and all you want to do is rip their heads off. I had to get past all that.
Let me sit up and get ready to fight for this.
To heal, to forgive, and to be at a point that we're at now where we can actually talk about it and not get offended, not get upset. And that's extremely hard to do, or was hard to do. It isn't now. I mean, like I said, I can laugh about it with him now. We can joke about it. At that point, I couldn't do any of that. Nothing was funny to me. So
I must get into it. What's your first question? What's your only question? And then we go from there.
My only question.
Yeah. I'm only answering one, so no.
So, okay, well, let's see. What do you felt led you to cheat in our relationship?
I can get fake philosophical and all that stuff, but I was being selfish. It ain't too much to that. Like, it's just, I can say, truthfully, I can say that I've never seen a functional relationship. I've never seen anyone be committed or be faithful in my past. Like my father wasn't around. My mother wasn't faithful in her relationships. So it's just, that wasn't something that was taught. Like you go out and you do you. Like that's just what it was. So in our situation, I don't know if I came in prepared to be faithful. So I was committed to the relationship, but I didn't think faithful wasn't a deal breaker, because it wasn't like it was something that was the end of the world, because I seen people be unfaithful and it was just like argument here and there, then you just move on. So that's the back story to it. But truthfully speaking, I just being selfish. Like it's just, I wanted what I wanted. And for me, just to be plain, I'm a very sexual person. Like some people say I'm nasty. So I'm nasty. I mean, it's no other way to say it. I want it all the time, whenever I want it, how I want it, the way I want it. And her telling me no for certain things don't change my desires for them. So I still wanted it. So it was when I'm asking for something and I'm being told no, and then I'm being offered something else, it was hard to say no. So like being somebody who, that 80-20, what's the 80-20 rule? What's that? What they say is 80%, and then the 20% is what you chase when you get 80%.
I don't know that rule. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not a rule, but that's what they say. They say you get 80% of everything you want at home, but instead of acknowledging the 80% you're getting, you rather go chase that 20%. And that's how it was for me. It was just, I was getting attention, and I was feeding into the attention, and I just was being selfish. I'm too much to that.
Okay. So what was your concept of like a relationship? What did you feel was important to you in a relationship?
I didn't have any of that. I didn't have any importance. I just wanted to be a dad, and the relationship came along with me being a dad. So when it came to us, I felt like we wasn't beefing. We didn't have any problems. So I didn't think it was my immaturity didn't think it was a big deal if I was entertaining stuff outside the house because I didn't think it affected the household. But truthfully, it did. But my thought process was like, how she beefing about stuff she don't know? Like, there's nothing going on. I'm not changing nothing I'm doing. I'm being the same way. But I didn't know I was acting different or being different. I thought I was doing everything the same. So I wasn't aware that I was being different, or you could tell when I entertained something or something like that. I'm not. Men are not smart enough.
No, you guys
I
aren't.
mean, we're not smart enough to pre-plan. We impulsive. It's like, oh, she trying to holler. Oh, I'm with it. Then I come home and I normally will say, okay, just to put it in plain English, if we normally would have sex when I came home from work, and then I came home and didn't want to have sex, it'd be a reason like why you don't want to have sex. Like, no, I'm good. I just don't want to do it. You always want to do it. Like that's who you are. You always want to do it. Why you don't want to do it today? In my head, I'm like, I just don't want to do it. It's okay. I don't want to do it. I'm not thinking that my pattern is that the days I'm doing something outside the house, I don't have the energy to do something in the house, or it would be a different feeling. Like if I mean, you can speak that better. It's just I wasn't smart enough to think through the whole process. I just was entertaining myself and being selfish, and was hoping she didn't notice any difference. But she always did, or always felt that there was something going on. But I wasn't thinking that in the process.
And just, things that I was noticing was he didn't talk as much, was a little more upset, aggravated, annoyed when I would talk to him.
Just that guilty conscience.
Wouldn't really answer the phone when I would call him, sometimes back to back to back. And just, we can sense, we can get other signs that, once looking into it's like, okay, well, something else is going on because this isn't your usual. And of course, confronting him would anger him more. And always throw back to me, well, what are you doing? The house isn't clean and blah, blah, blah. All this other stuff that realistically was getting done.
Not all the time.
Probably not to not perfection.
All the time. Okay, there we go. So that was my defense mechanism. I'm like, how you got time to be worrying about what I'm doing? And you've been in the house all day and you ain't cooked. There's still clothes are dirty. Stuff is not folded. How you got time to worry about what I'm doing? Now, I'm not acknowledging other stuff she got going on in the house.
Like the kids' hair
I'm not.
Done,
yeah, I'm not acknowledging about none of that stuff. I'm worrying about. Yeah, I'm worrying about why she worrying about what I'm doing so much, and why you not doing what you need to do. Like, why is it you have so much time to worry about what I'm doing? Because like, do other stuff around the house. Then come at me at something. That gave me time to figure my story out. Also, it's like, what do you mean? Like, so it's like, I would get. My first instinct was to just get combative. Like, man, get out of my face. Like, I'm not even doing that. What you talking about? Like, I'm still home in my regular time. I was thinking I was doing my norm, but I wasn't. You don't pay attention to that when you in the midst of your foolishness. You're not crossing T's and dotting I's. You're just living your life. And then you start getting caught up in those things. And then once you get confronted with it, now you feel like it's wrong. So you're like, oh no, don't bring that in my face. Don't tell me that I'm wrong. Because in that moment I didn't feel I was wrong. So now that you confront me with it, I gotta defend my actions so I won't feel bad about doing it. What else? Keep it going. Let's go. Put it on the table.
So, okay, once I confronted you and everything about it, how did you feel at that moment?
Being confronted or period?
Just period. Just knowing that I knew it happened.
Well, you didn't know. You didn't know. Nobody. It's not. If I didn't flat out say it, like,
okay,
my man Shaggy said it wasn't me. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. It wasn't me.
99%.
Still 1%. I'm gonna live with that 1%.
Just that 1% that you had to confirm, but text messages, calls, like I can read. Okay,
did you catch me in that?
I can read.
Did you catch me in that?
I might as well have.
No. See, that's
okay.
fellas,
I never caught him in the physical act.
Exactly. So you assumed. Well, first of all, we passed it. I fessed up to everything. We shouldn't have had a conversation. I told her everything, so we passed it. But in the situation, the thought process of me is you just insecure, which was true insecurities there. Insecurities beyond me because she had past relationships. So she had things that she would notice in other guys that if she noticed in me, okay, you must be doing the same thing they was doing. Same thing with guys and noticing other females. You pick up on small things and you think that's, that leads to the breadcrumbs lead to it. But I wasn't caught in that act. I wasn't, but I was making small mistakes that led to a big deal to put everything on the table. So I when I was confronted, I would think about it. Like, you don't even know for a fact, but you coming at me like I already did it. Now I will say this: it's been times where I didn't do anything, and she confronted me like I did, and that would make me decide, okay, well, what am I changing for? If I'm getting treated the same way, there's no point to change. That's a conversation we had to get to where it's like, okay, if we gonna trust and get over this thing, because we, like I said, we did 17 years, we done been through everything. If we gonna try to get over this hump, and you saying you give me the opportunity to get over the hump, then give me the opportunity to get over the hump. But don't say, okay, we're gonna start on a clean slate, and then you get upset and say, well, where was you at last night? What do you mean? Like, you know I was at work. You got off at 11. It's 12:45. I do security. Somebody was late. Nah, nobody. Let me see your phone. Like, what?
And it's a long, hard process. It's not like I woke up and said, I forgive you.
Yeah,
everything is great. We're going to move on. No, give me your phone.
Yeah.
I still don't believe everything you're saying.
Yeah.
But yes, I had to also learn and understand that I can't accuse him of everything and to try to talk it out. So if I am seeing signs and noticing things, I shouldn't have, because I did it, I shouldn't have confronted him the way I did in the past, where I just said, oh, you're doing this again. And he was right. It wasn't even like that at those times.
Yeah.
And, you know, we could sit back, he could confirm, he would show me, we would talk about it and everything. But of course, it's the hurt, the pain in that moment.
Yeah.
It wasn't an instant forgiveness. It wasn't instantly, oh,
It
you
took
know,
behavior had
love
to
is
change.
great, and yeah, a
On
lot
both
had to
sides.
change.
Yeah, both sides.
So we both had to do it. You know, clearly he's the one that did the offense and everything, but
Clearly,
well, you said you just
clearly he did.
up, so, but I mean, even the person who's allowing the other person to have a chance, you have to give him the chance. You know, it may not always work out, unfortunately, but at least you have to give them the chance so they can try. You can say you know, you can say I gave you the chance, and then it's on them, because now their behavior has to change. Okay, well, I can't hide anymore. I can't do any of these things that I was doing in the past, because that's when I was doing things I shouldn't have been doing. So he had a lot to clean up, and he did. He did very gradually. Also, you know, it was an instantaneous on his end. It still took time, because his thought process is, well, it's my phone, or it's my life, or it's my business. Okay, but we're one.
Okay, so let me dive into that real quick. That doesn't mean anything when it comes to a guy and his marriage is not supervision. So even though we're one, if you trust me, you trust me. So why you need to go through my phone? But so that the thought process of a guy is like, okay, if you over it and we done. Now I'm speaking from a guy who didn't have a clean slate. So I'm gonna speak on behalf of guys with clean slates. If I haven't showed you that I deserve to be supervised or be your past thrown on me, then don't give it to me. I can't speak for me because I showed that I need to be monitored because my behavior was showing and the issues we've been through. So if I want to keep my relationship, then I'm gonna go through those steps and say, okay, hey, go through the phone. Okay, let's call such and such. Let's do this, do that, because now I gotta go through the steps to say, okay, I'm fighting for us. Let me stay. Whatever it takes for us to work out. But if for the guys who have a clean slate and haven't done anything wrong, you do not deserve to get your privacy taken over like that, male or female, in a relationship. Because if it's that much pain in a relationship that you haven't done anything to bring on, then that person needs to get over whatever they're going through on their own to come to you and as a full person. Because if they got that type of baggage coming in a relationship, nothing you do is going to please them because they're bringing their old relationship baggage into the new relationship. So you really fight an uphill battle. But if you did something wrong and hurt that person, then they deserve to run you through the coals. So that's the difference. I made mistakes and I deserve to get ran through the coals myself because I did the same thing to our relationship by making my decision and being selfish. But if I had never done anything wrong and we on a clean slate and you just, well, my last friend did that to me, then go talk to that nigga. Like, why you giving me his beef? Like, don't give me another man's problems. But if it's my problems and I deserve what I get, then that's different. Same thing for the females. Don't let a guy tell you what used to happen in his relationship or what he used to go through. No, then that's your pain. We can work through it. I can help you, but That's not something you're gonna put on me. That's not a way I need to carry. That's something you need to fix before you come to me. Be whole before you come to me. If you're gonna be damaged and all that stuff, then that's fine. Let's work it out together. But don't put the onus on me to fix you when somebody else broke you. That's not fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We moved past through all that. I don't supervise them anymore. To be honest, the kids supervise them now. I mean, they
the kids on my phone
so
all day long.
Anything, the kids would come and tell me.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's nothing to tell anymore. Like, he's open, he's honest about everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like anything is hidden anymore. We talk about stuff. Like, at the point that we're at, like, I'd never, ever. I mean, even to be on here on a podcast with you, telling you all this stuff. Yeah. I never imagined, and let me tell you, this was his idea. It wasn't even mine.
Yeah, listen,
I wouldn't even be on here.
We'd have been through it all. We can help some people. Why not?
But he said, we've been through it, so why not if we could just help one couple, help one person?
Yeah.
I mean, even for those who aren't married, like, look, take notes, okay?
Yeah. Walk before you go into a relationship. Know what you want. Have your deal breakers. Have your I'm not going for this.
Yeah, have your list.
I'm willing to work on this. So like, it's certain things you just don't compromise yourself to be with somebody else. That's the main thing. Like, if you can't be who you are,
not everybody's right for you.
Yeah.
I mean, had I known what I know now and go back in time, I probably would have done a lot different things.
Me too.
And so would it.
Yeah.
So would he. I mean, because looking back at our initial relationship in the beginning, we weren't right for each other.
No.
I mean, maybe now in my early 30s and his late 40s, maybe.
She's lying to y'all.
Maybe okay. Now, if we would have waited, we would have been great for each other. But starting off, it was hard.
Mm-hmm.
It was rocky. I mean, both of us were coming from places of hurt, different places, and it was a lot. Also. Yeah, it was a lot to try to take on and fix and go through, and just it was crazy.
Yeah.
Where we're at now, it's good.
Yeah. It takes time, man. And nobody's doing this stuff overnight. If they are, it's not a real relationship.
Yeah, I mean, we made a decision to we're gonna work it out. This is what I need from you, and this is what I need from you. We laid it out on the table. We had a real heart-to-heart, and we have kids too. So we knew they were going to be infected at the end of the day, and nobody.
But before the kids, so before the kids, we had separated completely before the kids. We had moved up away from each other.
Well, yeah.
I had moved in with somebody else. Like it was crazy. But so we tested the waters. It's not like we was fighting together. We was at our wits' end. We had gave up. We had like just turned our backs on each other and was done with each other. Mm-hmm. But then we just sat down and talked and matured and was like, "This come on, man. What are we doing? As much as we've been through, let's figure this out." So we didn't hit rock bottom in this relationship. We didn't been away from each other. We didn't fought over cats. We didn't fought over like we've been through everything imaginable.
Like, I forgot about the cats.
Yeah, we done been through everything. So when people say it's not that serious, if it's not to you, then it's not. But if you feel like it's real and there's something there, then you can't go through life happy alone. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Well,
it's impossible.
And we're not just saying, married or whatever. Is you have your family, your friends.
Relationships as a whole. It ain't got to be romantic. This relationship as a whole. You got to... So the caveat to our relationship is that we like each other. I'm not a big stickler on love because I feel like love is momentarily. Like it's just I love her so much. Oh my God! Then when I'm mad at her, do I love her when I'm mad at you? Like no. So us liking each other as people first, us growing to like each other. The communication is easier because we actually like each other. I'm not blinded by love to the point where I'm so in love, head over heels in love with her that I don't see any of her faults. She's not so head over heels in love with me that she don't see my faults. She knows who I am. She knows I used to be a terrible individual. I'm a person growing in progress. I'm God still working on me. But she likes me enough to the point we're cool. The love is a plus, but we friendly and friends and like each other enough to where we can stick it out. We're good to go. And I like her enough to where it's like I want her to be good no matter what. Love. If I'm upset with her, I still like her.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to talk to each other in the house. Like I still like her. And then I would tell her, I don't like you right now. Jokingly, like in this marriage, when I say I don't like you like right now, it means I love you, I like you, but leave me alone. So it's just people go through it, and we've been through everything. So the reason I was so big on starting the podcast is because it's like, listen, we done been through hell and high water. So why not tell somebody else who's going through it on the verge of giving up? No, it's if you want it, you can work for it. You can get it. Like we didn't listen, man. We didn't been through everything, and that's a we in our house in an extra office room doing a podcast, coming from living in a room with all of us. We was all in one room together. 3 kids when Ty came home in one room.
And the cats.
Yeah, cats, 2 cats, and all that. So no, if you love and like your person, fight for it. If you don't, then just leave. Don't waste somebody's time.
Yeah.
Don't waste people's time. I think that's the goofiest thing in the world. If you know you don't want to be there and know there's no benefit to being there, then leave. But don't be there wasting people's time and waiting for the next opportunity. No, just leave. Just leave. Anything else you want to add?
Well, what advice would you give somebody who hasn't cheated yet but is contemplating to do
Um, talk to your significant other. Tell them why you feel like you're about to cheat, or why you, if you have enough courage to do so. And if you don't have enough courage to do so, give them an opportunity to fill that gap before you go outside the house searching for that gap to be filled. So now my point. What I did, I used to talk to her about stuff I wanted a lot, but because other things in relationship wasn't what they needed to be, it got ignored. It was like, I'm not about to entertain that. You're not on point. Why we even talk about all this stuff? You're not on point. I still had a desire for those things. I still wanted things to happen. So when I was getting told no, not saying it was an excuse for me to go cheat, but that kind of gave me the springboard to do what I wanted to do anyway. Well, she's not listening to me. Let me just go find somebody else to me. And trust me, you're not that amazing. That's what guys get in their head. Well, I must be so good that like they want me. No, the flaws that they see in themselves, they see in you, and they're looking for mutual company. They want somebody they can just suffer with. Because if a female is truly worth her salt, she don't want somebody else, man. She don't want to deal with somebody else. If a dude is truthfully worth his salt, he don't want somebody. He don't want to share. So when you feel like she wants you that bad, no, she know you're gonna go for it. That's why she's chasing you. Like she sees the flaws in you, and he sees the flaw in you. He see that. Oh, I know she got to do, but I can get her. Like that's I know he got a girl, but I can get her. So they see the flaw in you. They see themselves in you, and no, they not no good. No, you not no good. Let's be no good together. That's just what it is. You might think you're so amazing and you've been mistreated. You deserve better. Okay, then leave. If you truly deserve better, then leave. If you're not leaving, then you don't deserve better. Stay with you. Stay where you at. Work it out. Figure it out, and go. But the nastiness, the dirtiness, the infidelity that's in you, the cheating that's in you, is in that person, and they see somebody they're familiar with. And like, yeah, I'm about to let's figure something out. Even people who are faithful, like when she's faithful and the devil's testing her, he's gonna give the guy everything I don't have. Like he's gonna be friendly, emotional, and sensitive, and he's gonna come talk to her. Oh my God, he's nothing like Ty. Exactly. Oh my God, she's nothing like Fatima. Exactly. Like why would I send you what you're running from? How can I tempt you with what you already have? Like no, I'm gonna give you something totally different. I'm gonna give you something opposite. Oh, this, and then it's gonna be like, oh, why did I do that? Like,
right.
So
don't do it.
Okay? Yeah, talk to him now, and be open. Like if not at this point, are we looking at somebody? We talk about everything. And I'll say something, man. She got them tight jeans on. Why she come over with them little jeans like that? That's my slight to say I want to look too, so I won't feel bad. So I don't want to get caught sneaking looking. I look at her jeans. Jones tight as on or what? Like yeah, why jeans so tight? Like boy, that way, and then she'll see a guy in a nice suit. Oh, that's a nice suit. Okay, I know what you're looking at. I know it's arousing to you. I know you saw it, but it's no. The point is, it's no beef. Like it's not sneaky. Nobody's trying to, it's like, yeah, he's a handsome guy. She's an attractive female.
Excuse me.
And that's it. And that's it. Like, it's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Work for your relationship. Fight through it. Same thing we say all the time. If you want it to work, it'll work. If you don't want it to work, it won't work. That's all it is. It's not too much to it. Yeah. But so that style juicy, somewhat juicy. I'm not saying no names to give me out full details. I ain't about to be put on the hot seat like that. But I did answer the questions honestly about why I did what I did, stuff like that. But we here now.
You all have any questions?
Don't
However
ask
we
me
can
nothing.
help.
So,
ask him whatever you want.
You got one hot seat conversation. That's it. Don't ask me nothing. I don't want no females reaching out to me and saying, my man about to do this because I ain't breaking the bro code. You got something you want to ask about your man, he not focused, ask her and I'll answer through her. I will not respond to any females directly about their guys cheating. That's my wife's job.
But another thing I found helpful too was to find somebody who's been through it.
Yeah.
Who's, been able to heal, move on, to see how they did it.
Yeah.
Don't ask anybody else that's been scorned and hasn't moved on and, get him back. And I mean, if that's what you want to do, then you do that. But that's not going to help you.
But that's not a relationship though. Like if you in a relationship and your goal is to hurt the person in a relationship, please leave the relationship. Just go. Like that's not going to work.
It's not going to help.
No. In those moments of anger, I get it, I understand, because we've been there. But I've never wanted the reason we can get through because I don't want to see her hurt. I don't want to see her sad. Of course, my decision did hurt her. Of course, what I did, but that's immaturity, lifestyle, all those things play a part. But once we get to a point where we can communicate and we're moving forward, I don't want to see her hurt. I don't want to hurt anyone I love and like. That's not what I'm in it for. So if you're in a relationship and you don't care about that person's well-being, you don't care about that person's emotional stability, all that stuff, then just leave the relationship. Don't send somebody through all that and then set them up to be somebody else's project. I know. Leave. Fix what you messed up. And that's it. If you don't want to fix it, then leave. Like don't tear somebody up or break somebody down just for, so you can go about your business. Like that's not fair. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you want to work it out, work it out.
Yep.
If not, leave. You beefing or you leaving. But we're here now. I love my wife. I like my wife. And we about to do it all over again. We about to renew our vows and sign up for another 17 glorious years and then do it again after another 17 years. We'll keep doing it. We'll do it every 17 years. So I'm ready to party. So you want episode, what that would be? Episode 9, I think?
We'll see when we get there.
That's the wedding. We're going to record the wedding. We're going to record everything and put it on blast and show how we get down the party. With my boot. My party with my boot on. Had me a good time with my boot on. Anything else?
No.
All right. Thanks so listen, listening. Like, subscribe. Please comment. We love the comments. Yeah. We're getting up there.
And he did it.
Yeah. You need some t-shirts? You need some printing? Check us out. Here's a message. We do everything over here. Hookah, all that. Security, contracts, everything. We do a little bit of everything. But right now, we're talking about his relationships. I apologize. I'm soliciting. I didn't mean to. But I did mean to. So, like and comment, subscribe. But listen. So, we're here for you. The nights are here for you. Like, comment, subscribe. Everything you need to do. Check us out. Facebook, Instagram. Of course, you've seen us on YouTube because this is on YouTube. But check us out. We're here. We're going to keep on talking about our business. Keep putting our business in the street. Eventually, we're going to branch off and just kind of just have some communication and just talk. Let you guys chime in. But right now, we want to give you a little background of ourselves and let you know who we are and why we have the audacity to be on YouTube telling our business.
Who would have thought? But thanks for listening, and till next time.